We're in the beautiful town of Eastham in the northwest of England at the Church of St Mary's, and inside this graveyard there's a tree that's 1,700 years old, and we're about to go and speak to the guy who's in charge of looking after it. John, thanks for having us today. I believe you're classed as the keeper of the yew.
That's right. It would be about 10 years ago when Beth, our vicar, asked me would I take on the job of keeper of the yew.
John, can I ask you how old this tree is?
Yes, it is a matter of conjecture, but definitely 1,700 years and possibly 2,000 years.
Wow. And how do you guys know this?
Well, that's a tricky question as well. In 1152, when the monks of St Werburgh took over this parish, it was said to be an ancient tree. Local people begged them to take a care of ye old yew, and from that it has pretty well been thought to be that's old, you know.
Okay.
There used to be a wattle and daub church before this one, and this tree stood at the east end of that wattle and daub church.
I believe a lot of these yew trees are found around the country, and the majority are in cemeteries. Why is this?
That's right. Well, in pagan times, when there was pagan practices going on, they sought yew groves where there was a grove of yew trees, and their belief was that their gods and spirits dwelt in the yew trees. And then as Christianity came in and paganism was sort of ushered out,
okay.
The Christian churches were built, and some of the trees, like this ancient one, linger on. So
okay.
There was probably quite a grove of yew trees here
okay.
originally.
Okay. And I believe that these trees were used for bow and arrows, is that correct? For the old arrowmen?
That's right, yes. In the old days, when men had to fight with bows and arrows, every parish was expected to be able to provide their men with bows and arrows.
Okay.
And this one was used for that purpose as well.
The tree's on the conservation list?
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
And wasn't it only put on there a while ago, a few years back?
It was. It's only in about 2007
wow.
that I contacted the local authority and was horrified to learn that it wasn't.
Okay.
They didn't know about it. Came out and listed it, and they listed another one over there which marks part of the boundary of the old churchyard.
Okay.
So we now have two listed yew trees in the churchyard.
I'll stick on top.
The other one would probably be about 400 years old, I would think.
Okay. And just to make a point, that the importance of listing these trees is to obviously protect them. You had an
yes.
incident here where the council came along and pruned them.
Well, yes.
Lobbed the heads
well,
off.
these trees are on the boundary, yes.
And how old are they?
Well, they would have been put in at the time the churchyard was extended in 1864. Well, they came along and said because of health and safety they could no longer send a man up a ladder to prune them. So they cut them down to what you see here and there, outright, you know. Some are sprouting again and will come back to be a bush at least, anyway.
That's incredible. So really important to protect these ancient trees.
Yes, it is. Yes.
So sort of to put the tree into perspective for myself, I think we were talking at our last and this tree sprouted up out the ground. There was literally nothing in this entire area. There was no buildings, there was...
No, that's right.
Obviously there were trees, but they would have died off eventually. I mean, this tree has seen some changes.
It certainly has, yes.
I think the city of Liverpool is only 600 years old.
Yes.
Which we class as a really old city.
Yes, yeah. So this really would have seen all that sort of thing come and... Well, it's seen things come and go. A little local poem that a parishioner wrote, and very simple, short poem. If you stand in Eastham churchyard when the sun is setting low, you'll be standing in the shadows of 1,000 years ago. Walk along the pathway, a blackened trunk you'll view. Above the angled tombstones, Eastham's ancient yew. A tree that tells a story of lives that pass this way. of 500,000 sunsets and leaves still green today.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, John, listen, thank you so much for your time. Cheers, mate.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking an interest in our wonderful old yew.